Seems like everyone around you is sick. It is likely because several viruses, including the flu, are definitely going around the tri-state.
It's made its way around our newsroom.
You think?
Yes. And Local 12's medical reporter Liz Bonus joins us now with what experts are saying you can do to try to protect against it. Liz.
Yes, it has made it around our newsroom. Hey guys, good afternoon. Infection control experts at St. Elizabeth Healthcare first told us the flu had started circulating in the tri-state just a few weeks ago. Well, since then, your questions about it have been showing up almost daily through our Ask the Expert Snap app at local12.com. So today, a few answers to those questions from our experts, starting with just when a person sick with the flu can actually start to spread it.
Flu is very insidious, and folks can be incubating the flu virus for up to 2 days before they break out into symptoms, and then you think, is this the flu?
So that means to protect those who are at the biggest risk from its complications, such as babies not yet 6 months old, you need to get vaccinated against the flu. The vaccine this year does appear to be a good match for protection so far, but some parts of the country say that they're already seeing more severe flu than in some previous years, which means more cases are likely headed our way.
Right now we're working with usually two A viruses and a B virus.
But what if you didn't get the flu vaccine and you think you may have already had the flu? Well, we got a great question to our Ask the Experts here at St. Elizabeth Healthcare this week about a viewer who wanted to know, what should she do now? In other words, our viewer wanted to know, should you bother getting this year's vaccine once you get over this year's flu?
Definitely, I would say yes to that, because we don't know, I'm not sure if she knows, which really virus caused her flu. Was it an A or a B strain? So she still gets the flu shot that's manufactured to reach those 3 different strains. Maybe she still can get some protectiveness from the other strains that she was not inoculated with.
Well, Jerri Abramis says it's not likely you'd get the same strain more than once. The vaccine protects you from multiple strains. That means even if one of them already made you sick without the vaccine, the other 2 could still leave you with another case of
body aches, malaise, upper respiratory symptoms, and you just feel like you just can't hardly move any bone or muscle in your body.
Yeah, I always say if you've ever had the flu, you'll get the flu vaccine. The flu tends to hit suddenly, lasts 7 to 10 days. Cold tends to come on a little bit more gradually. As always, we invite your questions about this or anything else at local12.com. Click on Ask the Expert. One of the problems is that to track the flu, in Kentucky, they track real cases.
Okay.
In Ohio, they track flu activity. So how many people are buying Kleenex, for example?
Right.
Or
going to the ER or something like that.
That's always a couple weeks behind. So by the time we can say, oh, it's widely here, you're like, well, wait a minute, I've been sick for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's now ramping up. So the one good thing probably was this weather. It got us outside a little bit, so we weren't all hacking on each other.
Exactly. Yeah. When I got whatever I had, it was in my head and stuffy and all
you.
that. No, don't blame. Everybody around here had it, but I didn't know. I didn't know. Is it a sinus infection? Is it a cold? Is it the flu? And I went to the doctor and he said, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I mean, they
can do rapid testing, but lots of times they'll say, by the time you're seeing me at 7 to 10 days, we're going to treat it as a bacterial infection. And then you do need something. If it's a virus, that won't help.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of this to go around for quite a while. Back at 6 with some great support for cancer.
Sounds good. Thank you, Liz.